Hey guys, so yeah, this is going to be the makeup that I bought for my birthday, which my birthday was yesterday, and I was shopping for a good part of the weekend. My husband took the day off from work yesterday so that we could go out and have fun, and we did. And we also went out and had fun on Saturday, and then Sunday we just stayed home and watched the football game. But so follow me on Twitter because the people who do follow me on Twitter are the ones who decided what today's video is going to be. My name on Twitter is just Mrs. the Doll, all lowercase letters, just like it is on my YouTube channel. And yeah, so those of you who voted in the poll that I posted were the ones that determined today's video. Okay, I'm going to show you what I bought in the order that I would apply the products rather than trying to group it together by brand or anything like that. So let us start with face primer. This is actually a multi-purpose product, what I'm about to show you. This is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, and this is in the shade Fair, and it primes, corrects, hydrates, and perfects. Today is the first time I've used it, so I don't have much of an opinion on it yet because I've only used it the one time, but that's what I have on under my foundation today. And I bought this because I plan on doing a one brand tutorial of L'Oreal in the future, so I needed a face primer. I actually had a L'Oreal face primer already, but I like it better as a highlighter. I'll talk about that more when I do that video. And then I bought the L'Oreal True Match powder, and this is in pressed form. This is in the shade C2, which is Natural Ivory. And I used this to set my makeup today. I just used, I know I normally use a sponge, but it's difficult to use a sponge with powder when it's in pressed form. It depends on the formula. With this particular formula, it works better with a brush. So I just used an e.l.f. powder brush to set my makeup with this powder today. And again, bought this because I'm going to be doing the L'Oreal one brand tutorial. Same situation with this next product I'm going to show you. This is the L'Oreal True Match blush in the shade C3 through 4, and it's called Tender Rose. And I am wearing this as my blush today, and I don't think I've ever had this before. I've never had that foundation primer I showed you before. I have had that powder though. But I've never, I can't believe I've never tried this blush. Not that I recall anyway. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried any of the True Match blushes, which is strange because, you know, I've used a lot of L'Oreal products. This, I had something similar to this at one time, but this is not the same product. This is the Maybelline Master Blush Color and Highlight Kit. And they have a couple of other palettes that look very much like this, and except they have a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer slash contour in them. I've had that one in light to medium and liked it very much. But when this came out, I always meant to pick it up and I just never did until yesterday. And today I've only used the highlighter. So I haven't tried the blushes yet because I wanted to try that L'Oreal blush. But isn't that beautiful? I really think I'm going to like those blushes, especially the pink and the plum. But the highlight is very pretty, and I really enjoyed using that today. This is a repurchase. I've had this many, many times before. It's the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I bought this when I was at Sephora. The only thing is, I didn't realize when I picked this up that it was this kind with this type of applicator, because I believe there is another one that you can get that's just in a squeeze tube, and I really prefer that. I don't really like applying it with the applicator, but it is what it is, and I'm just really happy to have this again because all eyeshadows go on beautifully over this. The next thing I'm going to show you is I bought another shade of the new Maybelline Color Tattoos. Why aren't these in all the stores? I think this is the oddest thing. Maybelline released a whole new line of color tattoos, but yet you can only find them in a handful of places, which I don't get it. But this is the first one that I should have bought. This is Chill Girl, and it's a shimmery white. I have this on as my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight today, and it's beautiful. I used this as a face highlight one day too, and it was gorgeous as that. But it's just a shimmery white. There we go. Now you can see it. But yeah, I already had purchased a bunch of these when they first came out, and I have I would say I have 3/4 of the shades now. So really glad to get that. This is a repurchase from Ulta. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in I Heart This. I have had this many, many times. It's my favorite ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. So I didn't have this anymore, so I wanted to get it. It's just a gorgeous, it's like a light silvery taupe. It's really, really pretty, and I'm happy I've got that again. When I was at Sephora, I was in the checkout line, and I saw this in one of those little cubbies. This is the Laura Mercier Caviar Indulgence Caviar Stick Eye Color Collection. And you just get 2 mini size caviar sticks. You get one in Amethyst and one in Au Naturel. So this is Amethyst, and this is what I have on my lids today. I'm not going to do swatches today because it would take forever if I did. And this is Au Naturel, and this is a matte light brown, I would say. And I have tried this, and I do like this one too. I think I like the Amethyst more though, because I don't know, I just do. And then, so that was $25 for the 2. And oh, I think that's the first time I've ever had caviar sticks. And if I did have them, it was so long ago that I don't even remember. But yeah, I don't think I had ever tried them. And those are a classic. They've been around a long, long time. If I did have it, I think it might have been in a different shade. I don't know. I can't remember. It was that long ago. That gives you an indication of how long they've been around. Okay, next is I tried my first Pat McGrath eyeshadow. And I bought the eyeshadow single in Statuesque. And it's a matte, warm brown. That is what I'm wearing in the crease. And it's very nice. The formula reminds me a lot of Anastasia's eyeshadows. So if you've never tried Pat McGrath eyeshadows, if you like Anastasia, you will probably like this formula because they're quite similar. So I don't like the packaging though. They come packaged in a bag of gold glitter. And I guess some people like to get really creative and use this they're not even glitter so much as they are appliques. And there's a hole in the middle, so you could do some crazy stuff with this. But I've seen pictures where people glue these to their face and put them in gifts, and I guess there's a lot of ways you could repurpose this, but to me, it's not a good idea because I feel like most of these are going to end up in a landfill or worse yet, in the ocean. Um, why in the ocean? Because I don't know. Why does anything end up in the ocean that shouldn't be? It seems like trash always finds its way there. And I don't know. I picture this just ending up in a lot of places that you wouldn't want it to. We'll put it that way. So yeah, I don't like that they put that in there. I wish they packaged it different. And this is, it's not a very secure enclosure, I'll say, on this. I wish it like had more of a snap shut to it. It's just, I feel like a lot of air is going to get in there and it could affect the formula and dry it out a bit. So I don't care for the packaging, but I do like the product itself. And pretty happy with that. Okay, and the next eyeshadow I want to show you is from Haus Laboratories, Lady Gaga's line. I'm going to do a separate video on this brand because when I got my package, I used all the products and I did a video, but I didn't post it because I thought, you know, everyone's doing these first impressions videos, but that doesn't really tell you the full story. So I've used them several times now, and I'm so glad that I waited because my initial impression was quite different than what I think now that I've been using the products for a while. So yeah, I'm going to do a separate video on that. Oh, but I didn't tell you what I got. This is the Glam Attack eyeshadow in Biker. I guess technically it's not even an eyeshadow because it can be used for a multitude of ways. It can be used for a multitude of ways. So Biker is the silver one. But yeah, I will do a separate video on that. And this is a Kohl eye pencil from Primark. This is their PS Primark line. And this is in the shade Fawn. And I don't really care for this. I just don't like the formula on it. So I'm glad I only bought one. But I thought the color was really pretty. It's like a taupey shade. And it's okay, I guess, but it's not my favorite formula. I mean, it's not horrible. I actually have it on my lower lash line along with some of that Pat McGrath eyeshadow. So it's okay. I don't know. I guess I'm very critical when it comes to eyeliners for some reason because I've definitely used worse than this, but it's just not my favorite. So it's pretty good. It's okay / pretty good. But it was only $2, so I figured it was worth trying. And then I got the L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail eyeliner in Carbon Black. And I bought this for the L'Oreal video that I'm going to be doing. This is very difficult to remove at the end of the day. It's super crazy pigmented, so it definitely stays put. It's not going to move. If you have very sensitive, watery eyes, you would probably like this because then you don't have to worry about it not showing up. But yeah, this is really, really hard to remove. So for that aspect of it, I don't like, but it is super pigmented and you won't have to use very much of it. So the next thing I have to show you is the L'Oreal Flash Cat Eye by Infallible. And this is a liquid liner. That is the liquid liner that I have on my upper lid area and wing. And it comes with this. This is supposed to be a guide to apply your wing. I don't like this. I think it's a gimmick. It doesn't work very well for me. Maybe that's just me. I would definitely rather do it freestyle than use this. But I wanted to try it because if it did work, it could have been great. But just, no, that's not for me. However, I do really like the liner. And I like the design of the packaging. I think it's interesting, you know, that they put like a wing on the cap. So I do really like the liner, but the wing guide or whatever you want to call it, no. I bought Maybelline Lash Sensational Curvitude Mascara because I plan on doing, I don't know if I said this about the Maybelline products that I showed you, but I plan on doing a Maybelline one brand tutorial also, in addition to the L'Oreal one. And I had not used this exact mascara before. I've used Maybelline Lash Sensational mascaras, but I have not used this particular one called Curvitude. Wait till you see this brush. Look at that. Look how curved that is. And I only used it the one time. I used it today. And let me look up so you can see my lashes. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. It's really, really curved. And if you try to like straighten it out just a little bit, you can't. That is the shape of it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about this yet, to be honest with you. Okay, next is Jordana Shape and Tame Retractable Brow Pencil in 03 Ash Taupe. I bought this when I went to Primark. This was the other makeup item that I decided to pick up. I don't care for this. I don't like the formula of it. It's difficult to apply. It's not that it's not pigmented. It's like it sort of breaks apart as you're applying it. Like it starts to go along fine and then all of a sudden you get like a little stray speck of it. So yeah, I didn't care for that. I do really like that color though. So it's too bad that I didn't like the formula. So that was a fail. Oh, and it was only, let's see. It doesn't have the price on it, but it was, practically nothing. Couple bucks. I think it might have even been like $1.50. So I'm not out much, but I wanted to try it. This, however, I did like. This I bought at Ulta yesterday. This is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Hazelnut. And that is what I have on my brows right now. It's funny because when I first started using this, I didn't like it. I was like, oh my God, how many times am I going to have to go over my brow with this to deposit some color? Because I kept doing it and doing it. Finally, I realized if you have this and you didn't like it and it's just sitting in a drawer, try this. When I was applying it originally like dead on with the very tip. Turn it a little bit sideways, like not completely sideways, but partly sideways so that you're doing it more at this angle. Like, okay, let me do a little bit here. And it will deposit the product much better if you do it at that particular angle. And I feel like the color is pretty good for me. I think it looks very natural, and I like this a lot. And it was only $5, which is not bad for most brow pencils. Alright, the next thing is, you know that review I did on the false lashes that have the magnetic eyeliner and then you attach the lash to the magnetic liner? Well, Allure came out with that type of kit. And so I bought that. So Allure Pro Magnetic eyeliner and lash system. Now the reason why I bought this is this was cheaper than the Ardell one, and so I wanted to see how this compared to the Ardell because I did like the Ardell. However, the eyeliner on this is not a felt tip, it's a liquid liner. And the Ardell one is a gel, like in a pot. And I found that difficult to apply. This could be even more difficult because with these types of eyeliners, let me show you. It's one of these kinds. Now, in the past, I have always found this to be the most difficult type of liner to apply. And so that could be a deal breaker for me. I don't know. But those are the lashes. I bought the, which ones did I get? I got the, Faux Mink Accent is the ones that I picked out. They had, you know, multiple styles to choose from. Haven't tried this yet. I really meant to try this out over the weekend, and I just didn't get a chance. So I will be testing that out and letting you know what I think of that. But I'm not too, I don't think I would have even bought it if I had known it had that kind of liner with it because, yeah, I'm not good at using that type of liner. When it comes to liners that you would put along the edge of your top lid, felt tip is definitely my go-to. The gel in the pot would be my second favorite, and then that would be dead last in my opinion, but we'll see. Next, I bought a L'Oreal Color Riche Matte Sharpenable Lip Liner in the shade 100 Matte in Manhattan. Again, this is going to be for the L'Oreal One Brand tutorial. I have tried this, and this is very, very nice. I've had L'Oreal lip liners before, though, so I knew it was going to be good. So I had no hesitation about getting this. But this matches the L'Oreal lipstick that I'm going to use in that tutorial perfectly. So really happy to get that. And then next, this is the Haus Laboratories Rest in Peace lip liner. It's a demi matte lip liner crayon, and this is in the shade Ride. And the packaging on the cap looks like that. There's the liner. I actually have the liner on. I line and filled in my lips with it. And then over that, I have the Haus Laboratories. This is one of the Le Riot lip glosses, and this is in the shade Blaze, and that's what I have over the lip liner. And like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on this, so I'll talk about that in that video. But I have both the lip products on. And then I was in line at Primark, and they have little cubby boxes. All the stores do that now to try to tempt you with those last minute purchases. And I saw this. It's Wild Beauty Vanilla Hand Cream. It was only $1.50, and I bought this because I thought it would be great to keep this in my purse, because a lot of times right before I leave the house, I'll be doing like last minute things, and one of the things that I end up doing is washing my hands, and then I get in the car and I start driving somewhere and my hands are so dry I can't stand it. So I have to have a hand cream in my purse. So this is nice. It's decent hand cream and it smells like vanilla, so it smells really nice. But I do like that. And then last but not least, I bought this yesterday. This is Sinful Colors nail polish in Taupe is Dope. And this is what I have on my nails right now. And I thought this would be the perfect nail polish to wear when I'm not wearing Essie Wicked because I've been wearing Essie Wicked nonstop. I put that on when I bought it, and I've had that before. I think I've had this before too. But when I got the Essie Wicked, I put that on, wore it for a few days, took it off, repainted my nails with the same polish, wore that for a few days, and I was like, I really got to find another fall-ish nail polish. And I saw this yesterday, and I was like, yes, this is perfect because this taupe shade is just going to go really well with all the clothes that I bought. Speaking of which, that was the video that got the second most amount of votes. So my next video will be the clothes that I bought for my birthday. And instead of just showing them to you like I normally do, what I want to do is show them to you on and do a try-on video. And that's going to take some serious editing on my part. So I'm going to try to get that video up tomorrow if possible, but it might take me a long time to edit it, so it might even end up being the day after that, or it could even be the day after that because I have something that I have to do the day after tomorrow, so I'll get it up as soon as I can. We'll put it that way. But when you see the things I got, you will not believe the deals I got. This is the best year for fashion as far as styles at the stores that I have seen in a long, long time. So yeah, you know how some years you just don't see anything. Everything is so ugly. Not this year. If you haven't really been looking at the clothes this year, take another look because they are really, really something else. This is, yeah, best year in a long time. Okay, I'm going to let you go, and I'll see you in my birthday clothing haul and try on video whenever that may be. Bye. Thanks for watching and subscribing.